Hey guys, I'm very, very excited for you to meet our next guest. I've known this guy for like 10 years. His name is Shelly Palmer. And when it comes to technology and media, marketing, data science, this guy is at the top of his game. He's on Good Day New York here in New York, the Fox affiliate. I believe you still write a column for Adweek. You can correct me if I'm wrong. A regular commentator on CNBC, CNN. He does it all. I subscribe to his newsletter at shellypalmer.com, which we'll dive into. But man, I love this guy. And last time I saw you, Shelly, I believe we were going through TSA in Las Vegas about 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely right. Yeah. Well, that's done for a while.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I want to dive into all things tech with you guys because we're all tech people except for Leslie.
Whoa.
Yeah, thank you.
Wait, hold on. We're all tech people? Did you really just say that out loud?
Okay. All right, if you had to rank the tech people on this show, it would be Barnes number 1, me number 2, Leslie number 3. Is that pretty accurate?
That's fair.
Okay.
You buy tech, Cubby, but you don't know tech.
Correct.
Somebody got my winter coat. I know it's snowing. It's cold in here. Ouch.
This is normal, Shelly. This is normal.
Okay.
This is a normal week.
Well, Shelly,
nice to meet you.
Let me get this going with the first question. They say sex sells, right? So you wrote something earlier this week about how porn sites are actually kind of leading tech right now. Can you please explain that?
I want to tell you, by the way, Cubby, what you don't know is now I am a bona fide TikTok star.
That's right.
It's Shelly Palmer 5 on TikTok.
Wow.
That particular TikTok this morning had 290,000 views. And the comments have gone anywhere from, get out if you're old timer, to you're a genius. I mean, it's like everything in the middle. I mean, it's just unbelievable. The range, actually, in all seriousness, the range of comments on TikTok, because it's not an echo chamber per se. It's not like the people who follow me on LinkedIn. I have 415,000 LinkedIn followers. They're all the same people. They all work in business. They're all professionals. They all follow tech. They're all educated. This group is just anybody who happens to have a TikTok account. So the comments are wild and actually, I think, very reflective of the way regular people feel. The article I wrote came out earlier in the week, and it was just a little thing I saw where Pornhub had taken down literally millions of videos, and they employed a new partner, a third-party verification tool called Yoti, Y-O-T-I, and that organization, they take your a government issued ID, a photograph, a driver's license, the government issued. They compare it to face recognition. They hash and encrypt that information, but then you are verified to be who you are, and they give that back to the company. Now, the company, in this case Pornhub, doesn't get to see who you are. They just know that you've been verified by Yoti. And so it's a pretty fair way to just make sure whoever is saying they are, like if you say you're Cubby, you're Cubby. So I was intrigued by this because my personal feeling is that anonymity is kind of evil on the internet. I'm alone in that. A lot of people feel like they can't say what they want to say unless they're anonymous, and that it would somehow impact their freedom of expression if they had to say who they were and their community could find them. Pornhub, back in December, was called out by the New York Times as profiting from child exploitation. So everyone on TikTok was quick to point out that MasterCard and Visa told them flat out, hey, we're going to stop processing your payments if you guys don't clean up your act, which got them overnight to do it. I just said credit where credit's due, and people jumped on me for that. It's a good conversation. The thing that came out of it, though, Cubby, that I think is important is Twitter's in the anonymity business. Facebook is more in the identity business. If I'm an advertiser, I would much rather know that you are who you say you are. And I don't think bots and trolls have helped us very much, especially anonymous ones. And so while I feel the point of someone saying, I need to be anonymous in order to express myself freely, and I truly can argue that, I think what they did at Pornhub was, as porn often does, leading the industry a little bit. You look at Facebook and look, the volume and velocity of data on Facebook is completely different than Pornhub. Pornhub's mostly paid professional actors who are trying to monetize their smartphone. But, look, from my perspective, I thought it was an interesting juxtaposition. How is it that virtually overnight. Pornhub was, okay, we'll comply. Boom. And here's our third-party identification so that I know who everybody is. And meanwhile, Twitter, I have no idea if I'm on a Russian bot, a Chinese bot, an AI-based bot, crazy trolls. And I have no idea who is doing anything on Twitter.
The tech space is moving so fast. And you rant a lot about phones and about devices, and everything is just coming at such a hot clip. The big thing in the last year seems to be streaming and cutting cords. Yeah. And everyone's got their favorite. What do you think from an operational POV, like the way the whole interface, user experience, which is the best one in your opinion, as far as if you're going to cut the cord?
I don't think any of them stand out. I think the most interesting dark horse is YouTube TV.
I love YouTube TV.
They have done an incredible job. It's expensive now. It's like $65 a month. But they've done an incredible job of allowing you to have an infinite DVR, pretty much all your local channels. You can customize the interface, so if you are a kind of you can't quite channel surf the way you used to channel surf. They've done a very good job. And we are in the platinum age of TV, the art form. There's so much amazing content being created now. Really amazing. It's kind of fun.
This is so fascinating to talk to you about this because we're all big consumers of, Netflix and Amazon and Hulu and Disney Plus. I do want to veer the conversation for a second. I'm the only Android user on this podcast. I have a Samsung 10. And I recently saw your video about the new phone that's, I think you said it was $1,200. What would make me want to get that phone, honestly? Because, yeah, I know. Thank you. I'm jealous. He's pointing to his new phone. Why should I get that phone?
So, here's the thing. Right now, phones are where PCs were 20 years ago. The reason that you can go into Best Buy and buy a $600 PC is that it does everything anybody needs. You can buy a $3,000 PC, but it doesn't do Word any faster. You can't word process any faster. It's not like you're going to browse the internet much faster. That's a function of the graphics card and how fast your screen paints and how good your internet connection is. You're not going to do a faster PowerPoint, whatever that would even mean, right? So you're at the edge. We're there. From a smartphone perspective, if you've got a phone that works, you're good. If you are satisfied with the photographic experience and the video experience that you have, you're good. Mm-hmm. The new phones, both the Apple iPhone 12 Pro Max, and this is the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra 5G, these are flagship phones. They are for people who literally don't care what they spend and want the very latest, very nth degree. If you are like a new mom or a new dad and you are going to make your new child the most photographed child and most videoed child on planet Earth, then you'd like a camera that is quick and focuses well and can deal with a lot of different exposure situations, and Samsung has got some computational photography that's amazing at that. But to be fair and frank, so does so do the late model iPhones. Truthfully, anything past a Galaxy 10, which is what you have, is awesome. We are talking incremental changes, slightly better screen, slightly better battery life, a few more camera features. Now, I will say that the latest cameras in both the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, which is the top of the line S21, not the others, the functions of those devices, all the S21 line, are the same. The difference is the hardware. Is it profound? No. It's subtle, and it requires you to care about it. Now, if you ask Annie Leibovitz what her favorite camera is, and she, for those who don't know, is one of the world's most famous, most important photographers of our time. If you ask her what her favorite camera is, she will tell you the one she has in her hand right this second, because getting the shot is more important than the exposure and or the quality of the shot you need to get the shot you need to get. So the camera you have in your hand, if your camera is your primary smartphone and you're all camera all the time, you might be inspired to spend the money. If you're just browsing the internet and texting your friends and doing a little TikTok and doing some Insta stories and doing some Facebook stories, you're good.
Shelly, before we wrap up, I want to mention your connection to pop culture that some people may not know because you're a tech genius and guru and you have all this stuff going on. was that you're a composer. And your list of work, I'm going to play one of them, see if Leslie or Cubby can guess what this is. Theme from a TV show, guys, you know?
Sounds so familiar.
Spin City, ABC.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Live with Regis and Kelly. He did Riviera Live, Sally Jesse Raphael theme.
Wow.
Biography theme on A&E. Let me see if I recognize this. Hold on. Totally. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mom and Dad met at Juilliard. I was a member of the Lucky DNA Club. They're both music educators. They both were music teachers in the public school system. And then, because they couldn't afford childcare on a teacher's salary, the two of them, they opened a little music store, and it became a bunch of music stores. And so I grew up in the music business. And I've been I have been playing and writing since the earliest memories. And it's a little crazy how long I've been writing. I actually and playing. But my union card, I just got a note from the union. I was 12. I was the youngest local 802 member that they ever had when my father drove me down to join the union. I mean, I've been in the business a really long time. But you know what's interesting is I started in electronic music very, very early, and when it was not even a thing. And so we did a lot of work that was right at the very edge of what was happening. We were building digital audio workstations before anybody, home studios before. And I mean, we're going back before anybody was doing any of this, and it has been... It's an incredible opportunity to have evolved right when the technology was evolving, and it caused me to become more of a technologist. And around the turn of the century, the last century, I got a chance to Disney came looking for a patent that I had, and I got an opportunity to start to work with that organization on television technology and interactive TV and the stuff that I was really into. So so that's where the technology comes from. I started in the music business. I play every day. I write every day. It's part of my life.
You're too modest. That's incredible.
Listen to this one, Cubby. Meow Mix.
Is that the Meow Mix commercial?
Are you kidding me?
So technically that song is owned by the Ralston Purina Company, but I have we all worked on it, and if you go to the ShellyPalmer.com website, there's in the footer, because I don't push it that hard, there's my music production area. There's a whole Meow Mix anthology. We've got the country western version, and we've got the opera version, and we've got the Motown version, and we've got the, oh my goodness, all that's, we did so many Meow Mix commercials.
Who knew? That is awesome. Shelly, thank you. Thank you so much for coming on with us. It's great to get your insight.
Yeah.
Love to have you back on. Thank you.
I'd love to be back on anytime. You guys take care.